Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to review Tethered Spirits by T.A. Hernandez. For years, Amar has travelled the Kovoran Empire, seeking a way to recover his lost memories and end the curse that plagues him. Kasari is a Taja, granted magical abilities with her bond with Lucian. She has her own reasons for helping Amar, but will have to finally face her fears. Meanwhile, Alida is in hot pursuit, hoping the secret behind Amar's curse will save her brother from a fatal illness. With so much at stake and so little to lose, Alida will stop at nothing to get what she wants. So I read this as part of my SPFBO Round 8 group. This is told from three main perspectives. We meet Amar, who is the one who has lost his memories, and he is really aware of this and how it could impact him in the future. And we quite often see him keeping a journal about the people around him and events that have happened. He is travelling with some friends and they are looking for a way to remove this curse from him. He's a very intriguing character, and you quickly realise that there is a lot more going on with him and about his curse than was perhaps apparent from the start. There is a lot of mystery to uncover, and I really enjoyed exploring his story. Kasari is another perspective, and when we meet her, she is afraid of her own magical abilities. She has this journey of growth and acceptance, and her experiences and as such her growth throughout this felt very natural. Alida is such an interesting character. And as we follow her story, we find out there are so many layers to what is going on with her that I was absolutely fascinated to where her character was going. The characters on the whole were vivid and well created, and even the side characters had that solid feeling of presence in the world that the main characters do as well. There is history, a sense of built-up relationships, which all add this depth to the characters. The flow of conversation and banter felt natural. The group Amar is travelling with, his two friends, Mittal and Saya, there's this sense of closeness which doesn't have to be over-explained. It's just so apparent from their interactions from the very first time we meet them all. And I loved watching how this dynamic evolved naturally as events impacted the characters through the book. I loved how the emotions of the characters were conveyed. They were vivid and came across incredibly clearly. We have Kasari's fear, Amar's frustration. We have an acknowledgement of trauma and how that is going to impact your emotional responses. And the growing sense of friendship and building trust between different characters. It was all just wonderful to watch build and unfold. What are you doing? The magic system was fascinating. There seems to be a couple of ways into being a magic user, but what we explored were the Tajas who had bonded with a spirit to gain access to the magic system. It still requires skill and experience, and it has its limitations, and I really enjoyed exploring it. There is a lot of world that is referenced and we explore. There's lots of countries, lots of groups, and I honestly found things became a little bit jumbled with this at times. There is a good amount of political relationships to keep track of, and we keep seeing it from different perspectives from the characters who are all from different places. While this did add quite a lot of texture to the world, there was a lot to keep up with. The travelling aspect of the plot helped to cement the ideas of these places and how they all interacted with each other. And one aspect I really enjoyed about the travelling was you got the sense that it did take a long time to get anywhere in this world. I also really enjoyed the writing style. I found this was so easy to fall into and picture the world. There's a lot of descriptions creating the places and the peoples, but it's not overwhelming. Everything moves along at a really good pace, and one thing I really enjoyed was the build-up of tension throughout. The writing became quicker and more absorbing as the tension built towards a natural climax. There wasn't too much exposition used to explain the world. All the details we got were pretty much fell into the story naturally. Where we did use exposition through the dialogue, it fell into the plot naturally and made sense where it was. Overall, I loved how this world was created with some standout characters and some really natural feeling relationships. So if you have read this, I would love to know your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all soon.